So my dear Taurus, this is your reading now for the month of Taurus, where actually now the sun and the moon is in your sign, which means you are faced looking at yourself through the masculine and the feminine. You are faced now to really come into your center through the influence of the sun and the moon, both of them respectively, bringing to you now a clear statement of I am in my center. I want not to be influenced by the sun, and I don't want to be influenced by the moon. I am in my center. I understand the two pillars. I understand that I can create the new one, the Trinity. And he has the crown and the 3 steps, and he has the 3 people. And so the school of red and white, respectively, right, the first chakra and the 7th chakra, the last chakra, are speaking here to you very clearly through the sun and the moon. Your yoga position is actually a movement. I didn't want you on a chair anymore. I wanted you to move. I want you to inhale, go up to the information that is waiting for you to come down. And when you come down, you are closing the throat and you're activating the throat chakra, because we can see how here this blue scarf is teaching him to speak about all the things that he has experienced and wants to inspire us, right? But sometimes they're not very inspiring, these kind of priests up here. And so become a movement. That's what I thought I creating for you, right, as a card, a yoga tarot card. You are ruled by Venus, and Venus, of course, is the beauty, is the money, is all that good stuff that we really like, right? Good food, and just also good sex, and yeah, good relationships. And so here you are quite rich, right, in the way that you have the card number 5, the 5 senses. You're the 2nd house of worth, and you like things to be of endurance, right? You rather buy one good thing, like a really good thing, than having 10 mediocre things. And so you are very much into that durability and worthiness, but also a self-worthiness, right? That comes with that, for yourself. So here you are, all alone, have no influence whatsoever, and let's see what this reading is wanting to tell you. Your court card is the King of Pentacles. As you can see, he's here in this setting, very lush, very fertile. He's the middle of the spring, right? So now everything is growing. If your birthday is between April 10th and May 9th, this is your court card. If not, look in the description below. I have listed all the cards that I'm using, and of course all the court cards. So back to your last reading, where you had Aries Sun highlighting Taurus Moon. Healing yourself brings light and inspiration for others to heal too. So you had the 5 of Cups, you had the awakening, and you had then the Sagittarius Temperance energy, which is also a 5. So the 5-5 portal framing the awakening, the healing, the awakening to who you truly are, right? To go beyond, because I mean the mudra here is saying I am in the center between the 2 fingers that point up and the 2 fingers that point down. I'm right in the middle, and I understand, right, the spiritual energy, and sometimes we have that feeling they don't really understand that. Now usually you were supposed to have a new moon, but yesterday the sun was in Aries and the moon was just moving into your sign. But you get your new moon at the end. So you're getting actually 2 readings this month, right? Where you have twice sun and moon in your sign. Good, so let's begin this reading. The soul. What is the soul wanting to tell you? Because the Fool is the soul. The Fool is foolish enough to take that step to the left, into the left spinning cycle. Just that you know, you get on your full moon, which is opposite of your sign. In Scorpio, you get your full moon, and I do a left spinning reading with all 22 major arcanas here. Now, you see how the Fool is also going into the left, and there is this notion of, yes, take that step, take that leap of faith, feel it, connect with it. The Ace of Cups is speaking to you, and it's almost like you are falling in love, right? You are literally falling down, and you're like, okay, I want to be here in this world, and I want to be emotionally open again and see who is going to come into my life, who will again give me the love that I deserve, right? Because I love myself enough. And this is what I see at first. Love yourself, love the dualities within you, love the two stream of consciousness, which is masculine and feminine, dark and light, yin and yang, right? Love that, and then you can liberate like the dove and fly, and then only one cup is left that is fed by this beautiful picture here. And so today it's a right spinning reading, and the right spinning reading goes with the earth that spins around its own axis every 24 hours. So I do every day a reading because the moon is moving through the signs, and so I do this reading when the moon is in your sign so that I can feel it, right? And on your soul reading, the left spinning reading, that's the wobble the earth thus to the left, which lasts 25,800 years, and that we divide through the 12 zodiac signs, and that we get an age of 2,150 years. All that is left spinning, and we are currently in the age of Pisces, which is the cup, which is that love, the path of love, and going into the age of Aquarius, right? So it's just that you understand what is influencing here the reading. And yeah, on the position then of the Magician, you are getting the water, which is the number 61. You have a 6, which is self-love instantly, so that 1 creates a 6 and a 1. So on the Magician, which is a state of consciousness that says, I am now inspired by this foolish idea to just be love, right? Just to say yes to everything, and to love myself so much that then the water comes, and the water is what flows, the way of water, right? I think there's even a movie, The Way of Water, or I'm not sure exactly how the title is again, but water is literally the energy of love and compassion. And so the Magician does have the cup on his table and understands water very clearly. And so you see how a big emotional energy is wanting to connect with you, is wanting to speak with you. A self-love, which then turns into a success, because the 7 is a success, but also a challenge. Like everything else, right, is always a little bit of a challenge. The 7 is the crown chakra, or in the Kabbalistic tree of life, that moment of, okay, now where are you going to go with this? From 7 to 8, right? Or from 7 back to 6. So you have that option in here. And just that you know, right, when we see a card where they go to the left, that's the soul path, right? So that's why I'm creating a soul reading, and now the everyday readings are to the right, and everything that we see facing to the right is the human path, and that's why I place the cards to the right, and on the soul reading I place the cards to the left. which is very challenging because I'm not reading from right to left, right? That's the Jewish tradition. So here you have a very big emotional energy coming to you, speaking to you. And then comes on the position of the High Priestess, the Queen of Pentacles, which is a Capricorn, another earth sign like you. And the state of consciousness of the High Priestess is, of course, your intuition is telling you to arrive on earth like a cardinal sign, to accept now that this Queen of Pentacles is bringing a new type of thinking to you, because you're the King of Pentacles and now comes the Queen of Pentacles, and uniting the two streams of consciousness is actually the true work of these cards. It's not, oh, you're gonna fall in love and la la la. Yes, we want to fall in love, but first fall in love with yourself. And so you get the calling to really love yourself. If you're a male, then love yourself through the female, and also if you're a female, love yourself through the male, but all first deep within you. And notice the emotional impact that is creating then on you, because I mean, Capricorn is cardinal, is the social status that you're wanting to achieve. And you see here the white and the black head and the ram, and it's like again and again every card in its own way shows us duality, and out of duality creates the new three or then the new one. And then comes on the position of the Empress, right? This is the Rose Cross order. They only created the major arcana, and I wanted to only have the major arcanas and not the minor arcanas, because the Empress is giving birth to herself. She's giving birth to a 3. She's giving birth to all 12 zodiac signs. She's giving birth to everything that we see in this planet, because she's the great mother, and she's really letting you know now you giving birth to form, because the number 3 is the first triangle, and you have a triangle, right? When you look at it, you have that triangle, and you understand, okay, now I am able to give birth to myself, to the material plane, because that's what Capricorn brings to us, a very material plane that we can then rise up into the third eye, right? Through the social status that we climb and recognize who we are because of that. On the position then of the Hierophant with the sun, in the sun is coming here the 9 of Cups. And the 9 of Cups is bringing you now a moment of Jupiter in Pisces, and you have now 10 cups, right? So you have 9 completion. When you accept her, you understand that she's perfect. She has all 12 zodiac signs behind her. The 3 fits 3 times into the 9, and you already have 1 cup, the most important cup, which is this one right above his head. And you see now that you're in a 10, in a 1, and you then have a 1-1 moment here with the water. And that 1-1 is 2 times 1, a portal that is letting you know, be creative in this new way of seeing things, in this new endeavor, and in this happiness, because the crossing of the arms is not like he's blocking himself, but he is actually saying, I understand when I cross my arms, I bring myself into my center. I understand that I am at this 1 cup here, and you feel that Jupiter in Pisces is bringing to you the lucky, right? This wish card, the luck card, the happy card, the card that is saying, this sun in Taurus this month is for you, and in this month you're gonna give light to all 12 zodiac signs as the Empress, and that makes you happy. It's almost like recognize really that you are or your sign, or when we look at the sun, up behind it is the constellation Taurus, and it's giving the light to the moon that is going through all the 12 zodiac signs. And on the position of the King of Pentacles comes Sagittarius, the Knight of Wands. And you see how the Knight of Wands is facing the left. So it's a soul energy that is coming at you, speaking to you through your court card. And here Sagittarius as that active, going into the 9 and saying, yes, I want to be happy. I active take action to be happy. I'm not just sitting here anymore. Like I said, you are taking action. You are creating a movement. You are going on an adventure and you want to grow and learn. And it's the 9th zodiac sign. So in a way, there's a 9-9 and it's the 9th house of philosophy, right? So you want to learn, you want to understand more about what this world is all about. And so here you are going on a strong adventure, strong action based, and you are creating a movement. It's like, yes, you are seeing that the sun is bringing you this happy moment and you are going soulfully towards it. And then comes on the position of the Hierophant again, but the position of the moon comes then again another 6 of cups. And so now we have 9, 6 is 15, and another cup is 16 cups, right? So the 15 is connected to the devil, right? The 15, the Capricorn, and then the 16 cups is connected to the tower, Mars, right? Mars is the tower that is crashing down. And so the sun in Scorpio, where you're gonna have your full moon, right? It's almost like maybe the reading in the last one where the sun was in Scorpio, maybe there was a specific memory that came up to you. Maybe you can look back at that reading. Maybe there is a message there that leads back to this one. But the 6 of cups is again the 6 that you feel here in this 6, right? The feeling of, yes, I am loving myself and I'm giving her these flowers, and this is the Magician and this is the Empress. And there's a tender moment of like, I remember, and I really just want to give you these flowers. The 6, right? The 6 of cups is that, yes, I remember a friend. I remember someone. There is something coming back to you, and it's happening quite quick. On a soul level, there is something happening to you. And you are seeing that you are happy. You brought yourself to happiness. And so now the situation is completely different, right? So who knows what this is wanting to tell you. Because just that you see again, the soul brought you this Ace of Cups. And so here you have 10 cups. And then you have another 6 cups. So the 16 creates a 7. And the 7 is then a 7-7 portal here with this 7. So there is an emotional, deep energy speaking to you because Scorpio is opposite of you. And in that month, this year, you're going to get your full moon reading. So maybe it's also leading to the next reading. But because it's going into the past, right? So I think it's actually in the last year that there was something happening. And then comes on the position of the moon, which is in your sign, the number 54, the crossing, the initiation. And you can see how the door is here at the left. So it's going into this memory. And it's the 5 and the 4, and the 5 is very clearly connected to you, the 5 senses. The 4 is the responsibility of the Emperor, and together it's a 9, and so you have a clear 9-9 portal framing the 6, saying, have a look at this, because there is something speaking to you on the position of the Hierophant. With the moon, right, we had this. And so this portal is a soul portal, and you can only get in there if you get to a happy state, to a place of, yes, I am content. And of course 54 as that 9 is clearly bringing you to this moment, which is the Hierophant with the Sun. So it's literally saying, yes, you gotta combine the Sun and the Moon. You gotta notice that these 2 days are very special. This is happening only once a year, and so use it. And make sure you're happy. Make sure that you're really, really happy. Because then this is almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy, because you are having now, right, on the position of the moon, which is in Taurus, this moment, this opening into the past. It's almost like you are getting a second chance. Wow, you're getting a second chance with a relationship maybe. And you have the Empress here, who gets the flower, and the Empress feels emotional, the 6 here with the 6 in the water, in that circle. Everything is circular, everything comes back again. And so there is something where you're gonna have a look into that last reading, and maybe that last reading connects with this one. Wow, I never seen this happening. This is really interesting. Okay, and then comes on the position of the Sun, the number 6, right? And so you get a 6-6 portal with the 6 of Cups, and you realize that there is something. The Sun is actually letting you know something very, very profound, because on the position of the Sun came the 9 of Cups. You created a real deep self-love. From deep within, you know who you are, you know what you want, and you know that you don't need no one. But of course, there is someone, and there is an opening, and maybe these 2 days you recognize there's this special moment in the Sun and Moon in your sign, and you recognize from the past something that's coming back, a deja vu, something that you feel like, wow, I am seeing something, and I am able to witness something, because the Sun, that is also in the position of the Hierophant, is speaking so strongly to you. And it's a 6 as well. If I calculate them all together, it's a 19, which is a 10, and the 5 is a 15. 15 makes a 6, so it's a 6-6 portal here. On the position of the Sun comes the Sun. And so notice that the Sun is actually now giving love and light to all 12 Zodiac signs, right, on the position of the Empress. Wow, so beautiful. And now this is really beautiful. On the position of the World comes the Empress again, and then you can see how she has evolved, right? Because it's like, this is like, notice how you now can be so powerful. You bring the light to the people, but you can also be the dark. You are the number 3. The number 3 is the new one. And you are here experiencing like a cosmic moment, a 3-3 moment, where you are fulfilled, where you are absolutely in love, right? Where you are feeling the stream of consciousness within you flowing, and you are getting rewarded, right? Almost to that point where the 2 calculated together creates a 6, but I don't do that. It's a 3-3 portal. And you are recognizing now very clearly something is really powerfully connecting you with this very special moment, right? Even though you didn't get your new moon, but you will get it. And so see that duality is talking to you. See that the water is coming to you and is wanting to tell you, open yourself up. Be this luminous being. Be this inspiration for others, right? Because you can see there is this moment. And if I put now the moon in between these 2, right? The bridge, the crossing, the initiation. I mean, you see what's happening? It's almost like she's able to go through this portal towards her, but she's also able to go through this portal to her. So it's this, I can go back in time. And back in time, I can go into the future. And this is all happening through your heart, through the knowledge that you have deep within, through the 54, right? Which is taking responsibility of your 5 senses and then arrive at the 9 in that inner knowing, the hermit, that knowledge, right? And so it's in your heart that you're going to feel that. And so here is a very strong portal opening in these 2 days where you are recognizing the past and the future are coming together today in this very special moment. And I want to make this the front cover, right? I'm going to have these 4 cards, the Sun, and here the portal and the 2 Empresses speaking to you. But also remember this, right? There is something in the past that you are going to be able to look at it again, maybe at a relationship or whatever it is, but you can have a look at it again, but now from a very happy place, from a very, very emotional, deep, happy place. Oh my God, what a beautiful reading this is. I mean, I never know. And the funny thing is, of course, that the world needs this, that you feel this and bring this to the people and shine it to all the 12 zodiac signs. I mean, this is it. This is the movement. Right? This is what I'm talking about. Movement, speak about it, bring it to the people through the sun and now through the moon. You are feeling it for 2 days, right? This very special moment. And like I said, I never see the reading when it's lying here. I only see the reading when I put the cards here. It's really strange. I never see it here. I'm always like, oh. It's like, okay. So I hope I see you in the next one, because the 5 is here. The crossing, the initiation is here, right? You are getting initiated to be an Empress this month, bringing the light to all 12 zodiac signs through the sun. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.